Hello everybody and welcome to today's stream. Today I will explain the track Misano to Verena, the racing line, breaking reference points, stuff like that, so I hope you will enjoy the stream and yeah. So, Verena, let's start driving out of the pits. Maybe before we even drive out, let's load the setup which we used at Hungary as a baseline, you know.
Okay.
So just drop it into the right folder.
I actually did that last night.
That's cool because
Yeah.
I have not done it, so I have to do it.
And just the regular.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Just a regular. I will just search it. Setups. Porsche Cayman. Where is it? Hungaroring. Misano. Okay. Oh, not Nerb. I load the wrong one. Okay. Looks fine. And then now we should be able to drive out. Yeah. Okay.
Low tire pressure, stay clear of the curbs.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for you on the exit. So if you're ready, you can just drive out of the pits, Verena. Oh, is she still? Is she still in the WestJet? Oh, sorry, I don't know why,
There
but
you
yeah.
go.
So just
No
yeah,
worries.
let's drive outside. Oops.
I
Oops.
felt sorry.
Low tire pressure, stay away from
Oh,
curbs.
Getting
you
ahead of myself.
yeah. Basically, you can drive 70 under 70 kph in the pits in quali or end practice. If you go above 70, you just get ported back. So you have to be careful. So it's yeah, Misano is a very flat track, you know. Almost no evaluation changes, and the tarmac or the surface is also very smooth.
Uh, oh yeah, cold tires.
Yeah, cold tires. Yeah, basically, you know, you can cut this corner completely. You just shouldn't get on the grass, and then you should be fine. So yeah, this hairpin is also quite tricky because you can cut here everything on the inside, and then maximize also the track on the outside here. This next corner is one of the hardest ones because you brake approximately here on the right side where the inside curb starts, and then you stay on the outside as long as possible, and then you cut back in and try like a late apex on this corner, and then slam the throttle on the exit just to get maximum top speed at the end. And this corner, quite straightforward, just cut the inside, not too much because you get a cut in, but as long as you don't hit the grass, you're fine. And then just here at the kink you brake, cut the inside, go out as close as the track allows you, and then also here on the inside again, then as early on the throttle as possible. Then for this left-hander you have to position yourself on the right side, and then slam the throttle again on the exit. Then last corner after 50 meters you brake and take here everything. So let's just let the car behind us pass, you know, because
Oh, sorry. That behind you.
we will be a little bit slow on the steps. Another one. Just wait. So basically on this first turn you approach it as close as on the left side. You can also go here on the left. You brake between the markers, so like 75 meters. Then you get into third gear, I think, cut everything on the inside, and then apply a little
On
bit
this
of power,
one.
but don't apply too much because we need to have a good entry for the left turn here. We can also cut there everything on the inside, then we are 100% throttle, and also here cutting everything on the inside. Now as we approach, I think turn 4, we brake in a straight line into the apex completely. Then we trail brake a little bit and yeah, try to rotate the car with the brake. We get a little bit wide here, and then we are like, so we try to balance the rotation of the car with the throttle, so basically everything goes here with the throttle input. And also there on the left-hander we cut everything. And yeah, then the straight we brake just before 100 meters into the apex. We stay a little bit here on the outside and then cut in to take everything and go on the throttle as early as possible, as wide as possible also here, to have a good corner speed. Then we go on the left curb here, not too much, but then we brake when the right inside curb starts. We stay on the outside and cut back onto the curb and then accelerate and take again everything here on the outside curb.
Okay.
So then again the back straight, so to say, full throttle of course, everything here on the inside. Then just after the apex here we start braking, 2 gears down, coast and throttle again, and then brake again on the white marker there just before a little bit. And then again here on the throttle very early, go as much to the right, then you can cut here again everything on the inside. Then just at 50 meters we brake and then apply the throttle on the exit again. And that's around, yeah, that's a lap in Misano, basically.
Okay.
Well done, mate. You're fast
Well,
so far.
yeah, that's a lot, but a lot that I can improve on, because I was going around it yesterday, and there were a lot of curbs that I wasn't cutting
Mm-hmm.
where I could have cut, and just trying to figure out, especially the first and last sector
Mm-hmm.
seems tough.
Yeah. Yeah, so basically you can just now go into the pits and take a new tire set and do 4 or 5 laps to get comfortable, and then yeah, basically you will just drive now out of the pits and then do 4 or 5 laps to get comfortable, and then we will go into the replay and yeah, analyze your line.
Ready?
Yeah, let's go.
It's definitely not as technical as Hungaroring, but there's corners that look simple, but they're not.
Yeah, that's true. The unique characteristic of this track is basically you have so much corners, but you can like take them in a higher speed what you maybe think of, you know. For example, especially this section, you normally don't think that you can carry as much speed as you can if you're like almost the entire time on the throttle. So basically you just have to try to, you know, drive on the limit of the car and don't like think, yeah, it's like your head tells you something different, that you can't carry as much speed, Or here, many people try to stay too much on the inside in this corner, and then they ask themselves why they lose so much time. It's like because your entry for the, or your preparation for the exit on this long straight is like 0%. So basically they just lose like 10 or 15 kph because their entry is too, yeah, not perfect for the, not perfect for the straight. So let me just go into.
Right, let's see what my first lap looks like. I stay all the way to the left here.
Yeah. You can cut over the sausage curbs there.
Please.
Basically, this the line characterizes itself in the first sector. It's like you try to take almost the shortest line possible, especially in turn 4 and 5. So what was your time which you did yesterday?
It's like 149 something.
Okay.
Oh yeah, this corner.
Let me
There's a
just.
couple of corners that I'm like, oh yeah, that's that part of the track. Still
Yeah.
not quite used to it.
Yeah, I know. I had the same feeling when I drove this track the first time, because sometimes it's just like the corner closes completely on the exit, and you're just, oh, okay, that's that part of the track. Yeah, so
Like this one,
yeah. For
kind of
example,
get a
the
bit
next one now,
confused.
you think like the corner will open up, but then it closes completely, and you're just like, what the fuck?
That's right. Oops. Supposed to stay in third there.
Yeah, correct. Just need to look up which times I did there. In Misano.
Oop. Getting the curbs right here.
Yeah. Also here you can go over the inside curb. And then here also.
So I just need to maybe turn a little bit earlier and just wait.
Yeah,
Maybe?
exactly. Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
Where do I brake here? Is it...
At 100 meters,
Oh, 100. Okay.
just before, 2 meters before 100, or 1 meter approximately.
So this is the one that I'm okay. I kind of forgot what to do there. Like what gear to be in and when to shift down.
You basically try to get a straight line when you're braking, so you start braking where the white line on the inside curb starts,
Oh, uh-huh.
and then you try to have like a straight line in braking, and then you trail brake basically into the apex of the corner, and then you go on the throttle. So I'm thinking about a similar corner where you have the same like approach.
And everything.
That's second gear here.
Oh, second gear.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Braking way too late on that one. Getting everything. Say more. On the gas early. So going out of that corner, that's third, right? To the left.
You mean the corner just before, or what do you mean?
Yeah. Well, we'll come back to that one, I guess. 'Cause I think
Yeah,
it's
of course,
confusing.
of course.
Okay, this is. So you brake. Hmm. So yeah, I have to figure out that section back there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no, that's third, and then the next one is second, right?
Yeah. Now completely over the inside curb.
Like that?
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah.
Now
can-
that curb where you said completely over the inside, should I have been in third?
Uh, yeah, I think third, yes.
Oh, wait, this is the one I get confused.
Yeah. Late apex, basically. Third gear, yeah. And then on the throttle again, and then brake here at the white marker.
Oh, okay. Oops. I'm supposed to cut a little more in there.
This corner you can take an early apex and go much earlier on the throttle. And the last one. This corner's flat.
Okay, got it. That. So slower in post. Tricky one. Oh.
That's also
Yeah, this
flat.
is the fifth. Yeah. For a second, I'm like, oh, what corner is this?
Yeah, it's a little bit confusing because everything looks almost so similar.
Sorry.
You can go so much faster into this corner. Just try it
Okay.
and get so early on the throttle. Also here, your entry speed is way too low because you're way too much on the right side too early. See, like flat, yeah, half a temp up. Yeah, this was almost perfect. It was a cut, but it was very close. You have to drive it like that.
Okay. Corner is.
Yeah,
I'm
your
not
line
quite sure what to do.
your line was almost perfect, but you just were too. You have to press more the brakes. You have to be like at the start on 100% brake pressure, and your start braking pressure was like 50%. So that's why it looks so. Yeah, that you overshoot the corner basically. And then already on the throttle, you can go even earlier.
Earlier, okay.
Yeah. When you are in the second gear, you can already go on the throttle. Okay. I think this is enough for the replay lap, so you can go back to the pits. And let me just quickly check your tire pressures. Go into setup,
Okay.
current setup. Okay, looks fine. If you go on the arrow page, can you close the brake ducts? So left click on the brake. Does it work?
On all of them, like
Yeah.
the rear and front.
Yeah, does it work? Go on
Yeah.
1 on the rear and 2 on the front.
Okay.
Yeah, and
All right.
save the setup as like the SimGrid Misano, so MIS also.
Okay.
Yeah, perfect.
Alrighty. So back out of it.
Yeah, and I will now I think share my screen in Discord to you. Um, do you see it?
Yes, I do.
Okay, nice. Oops, I left. Oh, I have to go back. Play.
Mike.
Um, hot on. No, last lap. So basically
All right.
now we start at turn 1. On the, for example here, the curve starts much earlier, but you go to the left a little bit too late. You can go already when the curve starts. Like as soon as the curve starts, you basically try to stay on the left as close as possible. Yeah, and then let's just look how I drive. For example, here on the entry, you see on the inside is like 1 meter or so still left, so you can go there much more over the inside. So basically you can try to steer into the corner earlier, but not with so much steering lock applied. And because you go so late into the corner, you're also too much on the right side. It's like you're over compromising the first turn for the second one, whereas like you can carry much more speed into the first one. And then you go on the left, which is okay. If we go now into the Helicam, basically your line will be blue. Let me try to take a smaller one and see if it works. So, like that. So, basically your line which you're taking is staying here on the left. Oh, let me take an even smaller pencil. So your line is basically like you're staying here on the left side. Wait, this is way too small. It's hard to see. Let's try this one. Okay, let's try this one. So yeah, this works. Your line is basically you stay here on the inside very long, and then you turn here very late and stay like here on the right side very long, and then you cut very late again back. This is your line, basically. What I want you to try is take this yellow line. So basically you start here, you go as much to the left as possible, but then at like your braking spot, you already try to brake a little bit on the inside. Then you basically overshoot this corner a little bit. Take here everything on the inside, then you are like here on the left. Then you go back, not so much like that, but you go then back a little bit to get a better entry for the left hander, and then you go over the inside, and then for the next flat out. Questions for this?
Cool. Um, no, I was just thinking, I was kind of like thinking about, the first corner at Hungaroring
Mm-hmm.
and thinking about like, oh, that's kind of like maybe
Mm-hmm.
how I was taking it, but I was supposed to do a
Mm-hmm.
later entry. So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, the yellow line is kind of more like, oh, maybe that's the rally line I've been wanting to take, but I've been trying to take a later line.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
maybe I'll
Yeah. So
try that
basically,
one.
you you need to try to get into the corner a little bit earlier,
Okay.
but then you have like less steering lock applied, as you see. Like if you start here turning, then you have like almost double the steering lock than if you take the yellow line. And then with the yellow line, you can carry more speed into the corner, and then you don't compromise so much also for the left-hander. So this yellow line will gain you already like 1 second in the first corner, because then you can already after turn 1, after the apex, you can go already on the throttle again, whereas like you are also on the blue line on throttle, but you overslowed the car way too much.
Okay.
Okay, then we go back to,
Big
oh,
one.
we continue then. Let me just delete this and go on to this one. Okay, let's watch now, first of all, again, your line here. That's the tricky part of Misano. On some other tracks, this will be fine, but here at Misano, you can maximize this inside curb even more, like even till approximately here.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that you are all still with the left tire on here on the white line, but you see like this area or this amount of space you can also, yeah, go here on the inside, which allows you then a better a shorter line for the next yeah, corner. Let's delete this here and continue. Okay. Okay. So this is everything until this point is fine. You brake here in a straight line at the same. You're pointing into the same direction as the curb on the left side. And the problem with this is like you travel a longer space, a longer distance, then you could actually do it in this corner. For example, you brake here straight, and then you have to turn left, turn right very drastically. I think if we skip into the onboard here, you're like almost 180 degrees, and then you also miss the apex here. For example, here you can also go completely on over the curb on the inside, and then you have to wait, of course, longer to apply the throttle, and also here you wait, but that was fine, and then this was also okay. Okay, of course, then you had a little bit of oversteer on the exit, which cost you almost a spin. But let's go now back into this perspective. So like this one. So in this corner, your line was basically, you were on the left, which is okay. But then as you braked, you stayed here on the left and turned very late into the corner, and then you come here, and then so basically the second part of the chicane was fine, of the corner sequence, but the first part could be improved a little bit. So let me, yeah. Now the yellow line is your line, and the blue line is the line which you should take. So basically you also start here on the left, but then when the curb basically stops here on the left side, you start braking, but also in a straight line, but your car should be pointing towards here, towards the entry of the corner, the apex. So basically you brake also in a straight line, but you brake here like it's almost diagonal. It's a little bit not correct how I draw it, but it's like, and then when the apex stops, you start braking in a straight line here. And also you can yeah, it's like one corner, but like almost like the double apex. So you basically hit here the apex and you go as early on the throttle as possible. Then you go a little bit wide here, maybe not too much on the curb because you have to be back here on the inside curb. And then, yeah, your second power was like almost correct. Yeah. Here over the inside curb, and then, yeah. So the biggest mistake, so to say, which you did was the braking here in uh, from here to here, basically. So you need just to try to get this blue line, that you brake here in a straight line and into the apex, and not like at the same direction as the curb. Questions?
No.
Okay,
Actually,
good.
I feel better about that.
Okay, okay, nice. That's good to hear.
Yeah,
Okay.
because all of these things make it easier to get around the corner. So yeah, I feel like I would definitely feel better about
Yeah.
carrying more speed into that. Not necessarily more speed, but just finding more speed to come out of there.
Yeah, that's cool. Okay, so now we approach the straight, so nothing to do wrong there. So
Okay.
just slam the throttle, and then here, what you also do well is like you're going here on the right side, so you're maximizing the track on the right side. And this corner is basically the same as this one. I can show you from the braking, like braking technique, like this one. So this braking here is the same as in the hairpin. You just have a, like, not this kind of corner, but it's like a hairpin there after the straight. So let's jump straight back to the hairpin. Okay, where are we? There are we. So brake at 100 meters. See, you do the same as before in the turn. You brake in a straight line very long, and then you turn very late, which was good at the first turn in Hungaroring, but here it's like not working because it's a different
Okay.
type of corner. So very late on the inside. And then you for example here, you should already be accelerating, so your entry speed here was way too high. Because you have to wait and then straighten out the car. So let's jump back into the helicam. It was too much. For example, this corner is opening up, whereas like some other corners later, the corner is closing. So let's take a pen. So
Really helps. And still have to figure out how to get into this view
mhm,
so I
yeah,
can look at it as well to
yeah,
see
I'll tell
what
you.
the corner looks like as a whole.
I'll tell you afterwards. So basically, the blue line is again your line. So you're still on this part of the track. So you brake in a straight line, which is good for braking performance. But for this corner, it's not the ideal line because you will carry not as much speed as you can through the corner. And then you go very late here, and then you overshoot it a little bit, and then go back on the inside here. So the line which you here, which you should take here is you start at the same point. I think this is 100-meter, but then you brake like also a little bit diagonal, and then you go here completely over the inside, and then you have also a better exit with less steering lock than the blue line.
Okay. Sense.
Yeah, then let's continue to the trickiest, almost, yeah, I would say the trickiest corner on the track. Um,
Even trying to visualize what the next corner is.
yeah, I'm trying to get into the game again. I'm not sure if it's frozen or... Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. Seems like my game froze. Let me just... do I have to restart it? Yeah. Let me just try to restart the game. Interesting. First time this happens. Uh, hmm. Okay. I'm back in the game, so let's see. I think we were at turn 10 now. So quickly skip forward, go into the... So let's watch your line. So there you should try to go on the exit curb for the, but not too much. Like here for the entry, you shouldn't be on the green astroturf. You just go at the start on this like white red curb, just to get your car like positioned straight for this braking zone. Then you brake approximately between. Let me take the pen again. Why doesn't it work? Let me restart the paint program. Okay. Now it should work. Yeah. So here you can brake between this. Okay, that was too much. Let's take a smaller. You can have like this. I mean, this entry, white line from the curb, and between this Audi Sport logo. This is approximately the braking reference point which you can take.
Okay.
And then you try to take basically a straight line here while braking, and then very early the late apex there, but we will look into it from the helicam. So your line is basically, see, you stop here to brake, which is wrong. You still have to brake, and this is the reason why you overshoot the corner, you see.
Yeah.
Basically you your initial braking, where you start braking, is correct, but then you have to keep the brakes much longer, and here you should start releasing the brake, whereas like you let it go to 0% for like almost half a second here, which causes you then the overshooting of the corner.
Okay.
So
So when I am braking for that corner, and I'm even in the right gear. First of all, I guess what
you,
what gear should I be in throughout that whole section?
basically let me check. So you start braking in fourth gear, then you straight your car like that. So see, if you brake in this, here you can be like zero steering lock, just brake here in straight. And then you brake into the second gear. Here you should be now here in the second gear, and then you should
Okay.
just trail brake. Yeah, turn your car under the braking with releasing the brake into the apex, and then you should be here already under the throttle, which you can be, of course, because you are too much away from the apex. And then, yeah, you basically lost here maybe 2 seconds almost in this corner.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Maybe 1 second, but 1 or 2 seconds between that. So let's go here into this perspective. Let me take the pen again. I will use the blue color for your line. So you brake here in a straight line, which was okay, but then you stop braking for I don't know what reason, and then you overshoot the corner completely. Then you had to take the almost like the widest line possible, you know. So
Yeah.
basically, you should try to get to the inside curb. Definitely, maybe not early, but if you are like at this part already on the inside of this curb, and then you could start accelerating right here. So you should you can still take the same line, then you brake here. You basically try to stay on the outside here because you try to get a good entry for the right-hander, because this is the crucial one here, and this first one is just like only for, yeah, it's like only for another turn number. It's not really a turn, so to say. And then you try to basically stay as late, as close to the outside as possible. Don't go on the exit curb there, because then you will lose grip, but be as close as possible with your left tires there on the white line on the left side, and then you take a very late apex here and then accelerate out of the corner. Questions for this part of the track?
I think, every time I approach this corner, I'm kind of like, oh, what do I do?
Mm.
So this definitely um gives a good explanation, and to see it visually from above
Mm-hmm.
really helps.
Yeah. So just next time you will drive here, try to just stay on the brakes and don't release them so early. Maybe
Okay.
this will already improve like your driving through this corner. Okay, so for example here, you don't have to stay here so much on the left, you can already apply a little bit of steering lock and yeah, and go already into this direction. So you don't have to go straight and then cross, you can already get the car early to the inside. As long, don't do it like dramatically, don't go here on the right side and drive them like that, but just slowly, gradually turn into the corner and don't like go straight and then cross the line. Okay, so let's continue watching. Braking reference or the start of your braking for this corner is okay, it's fine. For example, you decelerate the car here and then you try to, for example here, what happened is that you reached the 100% brake pressure too late, so you understeer a little bit here, because here already you should try to go away from the brake pedal and try to get the car into the corner. So basically you are here 2 car lengths from this perspective away from the apex, because you should normally go here way over the curb and then of course into the on the exit of the turn. Yeah.
Basically, it seems like throughout this track, most of the corners we're talking about, it seems like an early apex rather than the late apex. So I'm more used to. Is that right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it depends on the corner. For example, here it's an early apex, but for example in this corner here it was a late apex which you take, and in this corner, yeah, normal apex I'd say. So let's just go into the helicopter perspective again here. So your braking starting point was good. So basically you were here and then you were here on the outside, and then at this point you should already maybe start uh, going away from your brake pedal, releasing the brake pressure, so to say, and then
Okay.
go completely here. Oh my god, I see. I yeah, I didn't know which corner, so I thought like I swapped the corners in my mind, so I was a little bit confused now. Basically, I have to start drawing a little bit earlier. So here, oh no, not like that. You were standing here more on the middle, which is okay, and then you went a little bit here to the left under braking, which is good. And then at this point, you already like approximately here. You start already going away from the brakes and then getting the car on the inside. You coast and then you try to go as early as possible again on the throttle. And then going here wide as far as you can go on the track limits, of course. And then you brake again in a like diagonal way into the corner. Stay on the inside. Go as early as possible on the throttle. Then go to the right side to prepare the entry for the left-hander. Cut everything on the inside and then accelerate. Questions for this corner
I
sequence?
mean, it makes sense. I think I just have to I just have to do it. That's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Like theoretically it's like, oh yeah, that
Mhm.
makes sense. But doing it at speed, I think it's a hard thing,
Yeah, yeah,
and figuring
definitely.
out exactly, how much braking, when to get on the throttle, and the balance of it all.
Yeah,
So
it's true.
yeah,
Yeah, but it's good,
but
for
this
you
really
to have
helps.
this visualized, the line from above.
Exactly.
Yeah, so let me, and then we are like almost like finished for the part of the corner because yeah, of the track, because this was like where you cut everything on the inside, and now we are like already on the last corner. So
Yeah.
it's a fast circuit, so the lap time is also very fast. Yeah, you brake at 50%, at the 50-meter sign, and then you can, for example, here you also stay a little bit too long on the right side in a straight line. You can go also again under braking into the corner, and then you would be also like almost here on the apex, and then yeah, basically like you said, here it's an early apex which you take. So then
Okay.
you can accelerate much earlier, and then you will be also much more wide earlier, so you will see that you can carry more speed through the corner basically. And this is then a lap from a helicopter perspective, so to say, in Misano. So let me jump straight back on the server, and then you can try to do like 5 or 6 laps
Okay.
to get you comfortable with this, yeah, like knowledge now that you could try to adapt this into your driving style. And yeah, let's see.
Also, what really helps me is when you drive and I can watch from your view
Hmm.
as well.
Yeah, okay,
We
I
could do
can
that
also do that.
later.
Yeah. Why I cannot find the server? Interesting.
I'm already in.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, now I see it.
Green light.
Okay, so basically now, do you want me to drive like 1 lap or 2 laps that you can um, see what I mean in my driving, for example?
Yes.
Or do you
I,
want, okay, then I will do this.
yeah. I'd
After.
like for you, if you don't mind, to drive like 3 laps so I can get it kind of ingrained in my head.
Hmm.
And then while also talking through it, if that's okay.
Yeah, yeah, no worries, I can do that.
Okay.
Yeah, let's just wait till the server restarts at like 30 seconds, and then I will drive out. Let me just load our setup. Um, yeah, and we just went down on the brake ducts, of course. Okay, there should be a cut. Let's see how long does it take to get the server restarted. I mean, normally they took already a cut, so it should restart already. But yeah, let's just wait. Hmm, interesting.
What interesting.
Why does it not restart? So weird. Okay, so
Green light. Give it all you can.
let's drive.
Low tire pressure. Stay away from curbs.
basically balance the car here, everything with the throttle, the rotation, everything. And then here you stay on the right side, brake at 100 meters to the inside here, then release the brake. I need to brake a little bit earlier with this car. And here you go onto the curb and then see, like, you carry like the brake into the apex. It's, yeah, you need good feeling, and you need to feel the car basically through this corner. And then also for this one where you had the right braking point just before the, or after the apex, and coast, and then again on the throttle, and then brake again in a diagonal. So early on the power, also turn here, lift maybe a little bit because the car is understeering on the exit. Then second gear, yeah, it should be, or is it third gear? Let me check. I think in other cars it's second gear, but maybe third gear is right. One up, one downshift for this corner, another one for this one. Then on the throttle, taking everything on the inside here, getting a little bit wide here, then in a diagonal onto this one. Stay on the throttle, lift a little bit for rotation, then cut the track, cut it again here. I was a little bit too wide there. That's the reason for the cut. Then again, going a little bit here on the curb. I have to brake with this car a little bit earlier. And everything on the inside there, as early as possible on the throttle. Going left for the entry for the next corner. Braking at the start of the entry curb. Trying to carry as much speed as possible, but don't overshoot it because you want to get as early as possible on the throttle. And prepare now everything for the fast right-hander. Turning a little bit early already, cutting everything to take a short line, and staying a little bit left to get a straight braking. For this one, coast, wait, go on the throttle. That was also too wide. Then also here as early on the throttle as possible, as wide here on the right, then to the left, lift a little bit, as long as you know then that you will make the corner, you can go ready on the throttle. Then I think only one upshift down, throw the car under with the brake into the corner. Then let's do another lap. So one upshift for this corner, everything on the inside. A little bit throttle, another upshift for this corner, as early as possible on the throttle. Then cut everything here again. You will run a little bit wide because the grip is not so much. Then brake here into the apex, release the throttle for rotation, slam the throttle, lift a little bit to rotate the car, and then again on the throttle. Now again, we're staying on the right side to get the perfect entry for the next one. Brake just before 100 meters into the corner. Slam the throttle on the exit, use the TC. Go on the left side here, brake as the curb starts. Over the inside there, and then early on the throttle. And I see that my brake pressures are way too, pressures of the tires are way too high, but it's not a big problem. The lap should be still like used for you as a reference. Then we're braking here just after the kink, getting the car rotated, take everything on the inside, go on the curb, slam the brake here on the white marker just before there, and go as early on the throttle as possible, the right side here as close as possible, lift a tiny bit to get the rotation done, brake at 50 meters, coast, and then you will get on the throttle as early as possible. Yeah, and this was what was it? 43.3. We can do one more. Like one downshift per corner, so to say. Then everything here on the inside. Stay left, diagonal, right into the apex. Lift the brake. For rotation, lift also again here the throttle. Take everything here. Maximizing the drag is very important around here. Then brake just before 100 meters again. Everything here on the inside. Use everything what you can take. Then we go here on the outside again. Brake in a straight line here. When the entry curve starts with the white line, it was too early a little bit, but still should be representative. And the brake, but tire pressures are way too high, 2 psi. But yeah, and then here over the inside curb, and just brake after this kink. Coast into the corner on the throttle, brake at the white marker. Carry the car into this corner with the braking, then go here on the right side, just lift before the curbs maybe, and then yeah, 42.8, I don't know, still not a good lap. Oh, it's a decent, but there's like, with right PSI, there's maybe half a second or so, or maybe even more with this temp, so yeah. This was like 3 proper laps around here, basically.
Yeah, so that was really helpful just to see it at speed with you explaining what I should be doing, and I should be doing it. All right, so I'm gonna go out and drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, sounds good. I'll just warm up the tires.
Yeah, no worries.
Tricky one. So I'm gonna brake about there, and then downshift there, and cut the curbs there. So I'm in second coming out of this corner.
Yep,
I
correct.
think so. And utilizing track out on the left-hand side. So this one, I can start turning early, or grabbing a bunch of curb, tracking out to the left, turning early here as well. Then my downshifting here, and then 3 braking again to grabbing the curb on the inside and on the gas.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Then here I'm lifting, turn on the gas, 4th, braking at the 50. Actually can carry a lot of speed into that corner.
Yes.
All right, let's see.
Let's go.
Let's see. I think that one I need more brake, and let's get used to this.
Even if it means for you to drive at the beginning slower, just try to replicate my line, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
Just don't look at the lap time, just try to copy my line, so to say. And then we can start, building up the time.
Sounds good. So going here, using all the track, braking at the 100-meter mark, turning in early, getting all the curb, getting on the gas, using the TC. Right. Fourth, wait, braking. Oh, this is the one I'm always like, oh, what do I do?
Mhm.
Okay, so let's get back to that one.
So basically, you have to remember every braking area where you brake in a, like not in a straight. You brake in a straight line, but you aim with your front of the car into the apex. So basically, you have like 3 or 4 braking zones where you do that. For example, now this corner you brake with your car into the apex, like yeah, exactly, like that.
On the gas, going into fourth, braking at the 50th. Oh, don't go into second. This is third
Mm.
gear corner. Okay. So I'm staying in fourth. I'm braking right about here.
One
Turning. Oh,
downshift
sorry.
per corner.
Yeah. Okay, that line was wonky. Turning in early, flat out here. We are fourth, braking. Oh, I'm supposed to brake into that corner as
Yep,
well.
exactly.
And then cutting here, staying out, turning in, braking out here. Braking at the 100,
Yeah, awesome.
turning in a little early, grabbing all the curb and mashing on the gas.
Yeah.
And fourth, braking here. Oops. Coming out here. That is a very tricky corner.
Yeah, especially because the apex is, you see it very late and it's like blind at the start, so you have to rely on your muscle memory basically for this corner.
Turning in early, grabbing the curb, tracking out, turning in early as well. Then I can brake. And then, oh, so yeah, it's just the speed going into that corner
Mhm.
is Sunday mornings, eh? No, just kidding. Okay. Braking. Okay, let's try to put it together.
Yeah. And stay on the left curb now here and then go again into the corner. Yeah, exactly.
So I should
Yeah,
go out here
yeah, this
and
was
then
perfect.
cutting
This was
there.
perfect. This was perfect.
Shifting, tracking out.
Yeah.
But too much.
Yeah, don't mind, you know that you have to cut, so now you know you were too much on the inside, but now you can like build up on that.
Right here, steering it into the corner and getting it
Yes,
out.
correct. Was also much better.
Okay. The tricky one.
Yes. Almost
There we
perfect.
go.
Almost perfect.
Okay. Cool. That's good.
Nice.
Muscle memory. Just have to know how it feels.
Yeah, exactly. And then replicate it every time.
Yeah. Okay, turning in, grabbing the curb, tracking out here, but also turning in. Oh, just more braking. Slow it down a bit more before I turn.
Yeah,
So,
brake a little
but
bit. Now you braked a little bit too late.
okay.
Yeah. Because you need to get the inside curb completely like under coasting.
Braking here, turning in.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go.
Whoop.
Yeah. Fine.
Clear. Okay, braking.
See, now your initial brake pressure which you applied was too low, so you run a little
Okay,
bit wide.
got it. Braking out. Sure about that. Staying here.
Yeah.
Okay.
47.4. And still, like, you will see, you will improve much more as you get comfortable with the track. Much better. Yeah, see? Now you were also on the inside there.
At how much curb I'm supposed to be grabbing?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, cool.
And now try to stay for this right hander more to the middle and don't cut the inside curb there. Yeah, better. Then go here completely over the inside.
Very cautious, but
It's working, so. Yeah. See, now you repeat like what you did at the start. You were too much on the right on the
oh,
entry.
okay.
You have to use the left side curb for the entry. Yeah, now stay more on the left again for the.
Oh, more on the left.
Yeah. And go inside. See, you
Like.
missed again the apex. You have to be
Oh, okay.
completely.
You know,
Yeah, sorry.
for some reason, when I approached that corner, I think I was thinking about the approach from the other one. You know,
Yeah, I know.
where you missed the first one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. That's why I was like, oh yeah, okay, got it.
No, yeah, and for this entry, stay on the left curb and then go inside.
Okay.
Yeah. You can take much more speed. Much more speed. For
There.
just try to. Yeah.
Okay.
And,
Settle down.
yeah.
Messed that lap.
Yeah, just try not to just relax. Maybe go through the lap in your head. Try to remember.
Yeah. Okay. So this is the one that I missed the first thing that's not even a corner.
Yeah.
And then I turn. Okay. Whoops.
See? Yeah, and inside now. Yeah. But if you don't go there over the inside curb before you brake. Stay more on the left side because then you will have a more straight line when you're braking.
Oh, okay.
That's the reason why I don't want you to hit the inside curb there. And then again, it's third gear.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know, let's go.
Let's try this again.
Yeah.
Into it.
Don't forget the diagonal braking because you forgot it again into the into the corner.
Brake a little bit more.
Yeah.
Oh, you said don't get that curve, right?
This was fine. I meant it before. Before the fast right-hander where you brake. I'll tell you this lap which curve I mean.
Ah.
See? Even more speed you can carry there. 10 kph more, definitely. But the potential for you to do a 46 or so, or 47 in the race pace is there. You just have to get the lap together and remember what you have to do different. Which I know is hard to get the new racing line basically in your head because you're comfortable with your older one, so to say.
Yeah.
But you'll get there. And on the throttle, you can go even like half a second earlier there.
Okay.
But it's good, 50, 48, 5 now.
I need it to be more on the left. Let's see. Like carrying more speed in there. And this, oh. Head.
See, you in turn 1 you just don't have to brake so much. You overslow the car drastically, 10-20 kph. You can basically turn 1 is like you can overshoot it almostly.
Okay.
So fast you can go there. It's like drastically now or exaggerated by overshooting, but you have to carry much more speed through turn 1. And don't forget, like for turn 4, to point the car into the apex. So here on the right side you can go over the inside curb. That's not the problem, but then for the next one, try to stay on the left of it to get a straight
this
line.
one.
Yeah, exactly. And then brake a little bit earlier, but then you will have a better braking efficiency because you're in a straight line. And then of course maximum to the right, and then completely over this inside sausage curbs because they don't do nothing to your car. Then just brake a little bit and then lift, and then go again completely on the throttle. Caesar, you're a funny guy,
So,
man.
okay.
I try my
I'm
best to look.
overslowing the car.
Yeah.
I think because I come up to it and I'm like, oh yeah, like it's I think in my mind it's a very, very tricky thing. So I'm like, oh no, what am I doing it right? Kind of thing. So I'm doubting what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah. I know this feeling. Just let's try. Just overshoot this corner completely, and then you will feel how much speed you can carry it through this corner. Not this one, not this one. Not not this one. This is a hairpin, so.
Yeah. It'll probably be my last lap because I have to get going actually. So.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. But I think it's good that we did the practice today, you know, because then tomorrow you can practice.
Yeah, for sure.
And if you have, like, so to say, questions or you forgot what you have to do different, you can just rewatch the stream.
Yeah, that'll be helpful.
Part, and then you will know what you have to change or to do. Because, like, for example, the lap times from Hungaroring, from the pace-wise, so to say, are like almost the same. It's like this lap is only 10 seconds faster. So basically, when you did like a 57 in the race at the Hungaroring, it would be here like a 47. So it like translates almost perfectly.
Okay.
So you did already 2 47s, but then yes.
So wait, you did overshoot. I did overshoot.
Yeah, definitely.
And forgot to turn. But anyway, so yeah, that's something that I will play with though. I'll get off the track and go into the garage.
Yeah.
But that was super helpful. And especially being able to watch the whole all of your notes about the line and dust off after, and review it, take notes, and try again.
Yeah, no worries, Verena. No worries. I can
Cool. Well,
I can tell you the potential for even a 45 in the race pace is definitely there. So you just have to yeah, try to get the racing line consistently correct, you know, because I mean you did like let me check in the timetable. Um, wait, you basically did how much laps? Yeah, 12 laps, and you didn't get like a perfect lap together, but you had like some yeah sectors where you did almost like a perfect line. So you just have to get them together, and then you will be like a 46, 45 in the race. So
okay.
you will definitely get there.
Sounds good. It's always like this day, the first day, the practice before um our coaching session, then I have so many questions, and then trying to remember everything, like my head's gonna explode, and then I practice and it becomes better. So I think it feels like this is normal, the
Uh,
steep learning curve, right, on day one.
yeah, that's. I mean, I'm happy that we did it today because now you have like one more day to practice and to get it into your mind, you know. Because if you are doing this 1 day or 2 days before the race, it's like a little bit of a big yeah. You need to adapt too much in a short time. So basically, it was like good that we did this session today, even if it's only like 1.5 hours or so.
Yeah, yeah, I'm happy about that too.
Mm.
All right. Well, I will practice, and we will have, if you're available, another coaching session hopefully on Tuesday.
Yeah, definitely,
Okay. Sounds
definitely.
good. Thank you so much, Gregor.
Yeah. So 6 p.m. then my time again on Thursday, on Tuesday, or
Tuesday, yeah,
yeah,
that sounds
Tuesday.
good.
Yeah, okay,
If not,
fine.
or if I want to adjust or we'll do it later, I'll just message you.
Yeah, definitely. Just message me. I will drop you then an answer, and yeah, we'll be fine. We'll find the time. So definitely, yeah, looking forward, and you can be proud of you
Looking forward
again.
to it.
Yeah,
Thank you, and good
yeah,
luck with your race.
yeah.
Tomorrow, or
Yeah,
yeah,
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Yeah, go
thank
get
you.
it.
Yeah, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so yeah, see ya then.
See ya, Gregor.
Yeah, bye bye.
Bye. Bye.
Yeah, so thanks to the chat, to the viewers for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you could take something also for your driving. I mean, Verena did again great. I mean, it was like the first or second time she drove the track, and she did. She was very inconsistent, but it's normal if you learn the track and if you're like a sim racing beginner. So, and the lap time was there, so she can definitely do maybe 45, 46, 47s in the race. It just depends on how fast she can adapt to it. But yeah, I'm feeling very comfortable. I hope you enjoyed also the stream. I will stream tomorrow a race, a GT3 car race, and from a German league, yeah, which is very competitive. So I hope you guys will also jump there into the stream and cheer with me. Will be it's a tight grid and will be very interesting. I will be driving in the AMG GT3 car around Laguna Seca. It's a 90-minute race, so will be very exciting. The Porsche will dominate it, but I will try my best, to get the best possible result out of the car. So thanks everyone for watching. Don't forget to like the stream if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to the channel. And see you tomorrow or in 2 or 3 days at the More Female Races race. So see you guys. Bye bye.